Primal Herb, guys. Wow. Primal Herb, guys. You've heard us talk about Primal Herb before. As you guys know, this podcast is also brought to you by Primal Herb. Primal Herb's mission is simple: to inspire and provide a natural path to balance, restore, and optimize the body. This is done through effective products, actionable content, and a business that is their lifestyle.
Damn.
All products contain pure sourced ingredients with a defined purpose that's supported completely by independent research. They only provide the purest ingredients and only source with certified GMP compliant facilities. They also have a full 1-year refund so you can buy with confidence. Optimization is important to us, so we're going to give you guys 20%? Ooh. We're going to give you guys 20 because we're nice. But all you got to do is use the promo code awkward. That is 20% off the entire store. Promo code awkward.
Go hit the link in the description.
So yeah,
use promo code awkward and get yourself 20 off.
And get complete.
Go get optimized.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Perfect.
This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah. It's all about us.
3, 2, 1, go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas Eve. Well, Christmas Eve for us.
Fuck
but
yeah,
everyone,
dude.
Everyone listening's got to be. Everyone listening's got to be. They're not gonna get to experience this till the day after Christmas, which I prefer.
Yeah, I do too.
For them, because Christmas is a lot. You got family. You don't got time to be listening to a podcast on Christmas. But what do you got going on the next fucking day?
Couple of guys like us. Well, I'll tell you what. A lot of people are probably doing is getting in, and they probably got new phones. Maybe new. Santa probably brought them some
new
devices
that they could listen to.
Or maybe they're just bored. Maybe they're road tripping. Maybe they got a little too drunk. Maybe they're hungover.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And maybe you just need to soothe your ears with a little bit of a little awkward.
Just a little bit awkward. Well, anyways, I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas, and I hope it was full of just good food, good gifts, good family time. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I just hope you had a good ass day, good ass weekend, good week, man. Just
enjoyed the cheer.
Yeah, and just have a happy holiday season, whatever. And if you're Jehovah's Witness, dude, I hope you had a
indifferent time, dude.
Indifferent time. I hope you were just okay with it all. And
hope you were just indifferent.
And I hope you stayed out of the way, because it would be so shitty to not celebrate things and be inconvenienced by the rush of everything going on. It's Christmas. Yeah, I would lock myself in. If I was Jehovah's Witness, I would celebrate Christmas just because I wouldn't want to be like, oh, well, because now I'm inconvenienced. If I want to go out to eat and I'm Jehovah's Witness on Christmas, what are you going to do? You're like, well, fuck, I got to make dinner now. So now I'm inconvenienced versus if I just celebrated Christmas, you just go to some family's house, you have dinner, everyone's home, you get,
yeah,
celebrate,
dude, people
celebrate
get
the
on
good
their,
Lord.
People got their deals, but,
Anyways,
everyone's got their thing.
I'm cool with whatever people are cool with.
But yeah, hopefully everyone had a great Christmas time, and we're getting ready to start up this new year.
Yeah, and this is the last one for the year, which is nuts to think about, because the next one we're going to shoot before the end of the year. I looked it up. I think it's on the 31st is a Monday, next Monday. So we're going to be doing this on the 31st. Yeah, so this will be coming to you guys on New Year's 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Last one of the year is my point.
Yeah, dude, it's the last one of the year, and it's been a fun run. Again, I say it every time.
What do you mean it's been a fun run like we're done?
I don't mean that. Like, it's just been fun up until this point. I'm excited for it to continue being fun. Like I think it's just important for me to say that.
I honestly didn't think we were going to be able to like actually start doing it in 2018. I'm surprised that we were even able to start it this early.
Yeah, we just did it one day, and we were bored, and honestly, we were so frustrated with how that looked and turned out that we just had to kind of up it a lot quicker than we were thinking we were going to do that as well.
Well, before we get too far, let's introduce ourselves again. Guys, welcome to episode 22. We haven't done that yet. We're kind of going back to our old ways a little bit, talking about all the nostalgia of it.
Get excited.
Yeah, this is episode 22. I'm Z.
I'm Jay.
And, thanks, guys. What do we got going on for everyone? I want to just quickly announce we do have merch dates dropping out. Hats are coming out this month on the 28th. That's coming to you hot in a couple days. That's a restock of the original hats. And then the T-shirts and long sleeves are coming out on the 1st. So get those. You've probably seen them on our Instagram. Get them while they're hot. So let's get into this. Our weekend.
Yeah.
What did we do last week?
Last week we had a office Christmas party for
That's right.
The insurance gang, and we did that on Tuesday, which was kind of like the last real work day of the year for everybody that's doing all that, and so it was pretty quiet, and you and I just got to kind of work, and you had a bunch of shit that you were doing with your business.
Yeah, I had a bunch of last minute stuff, man. It was not fun.
I was in really kind of a creative, like, trying to just get some.
I'm excited to be there.
You know what I mean? Like, just that little bit of a rest, and so it's like you're trying to clear your head a bit and figure out what you want to do moving forward, and
especially going into the new year, you're like, I think it kind of you get to a point where it stops becoming about New Year's resolutions and it starts becoming about like New Year's planning. Like, all right, what's going to be my goal? What am I going to focus on? It becomes to a point where you're not like, I need to change this about myself, but I need to focus on this with myself. Or like that's where I'm trying to be now.
Or like I need to add these people into my life, or like get these people out of my life. Like, it doesn't have to just be I need to lose 10 pounds. It could be anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to deal with.
I'm excited though to be at that place mentally, because I've been looking forward to that, because like I need a little bit of time to just kind of sit and think and let my mind do that. And I wasn't able to. I mean, things just got so busy so quick, like last minute. It just was just a mess. And then I was able to actually get everything done those Saturdays. So but that was pretty much all my week, was just here working. I wasn't even able to promote the podcast or make any clips or really do anything for last week's episode, which is kind of a bummer. But we're back this week, and I'm back to regular schedule now, and now we're on to the new year, so it's no more busy.
Yeah. Well, and also,
still busy,
all in all, though, I mean, we're still refining and figuring out the best ways to be putting shit out, and figuring out what funny parts and what's not funny, and how to do certain things the best, and it's tough, dude. There's a lot to it.
Now that we have some listeners, at first we really didn't when we asked for this, but if you or anyone does do video editing
or production
or like podcast producing or anything along those lines, is looking for something to do,
if anyone wants to be a young Jamie,
hit us up, because we could use some help on the back end, if you know what I'm saying. So that's an option. But anyways, so it's Christmas. It's fun to celebrate with the family a little bit. It's fun to be able to do all that. My thing is, man, I can't take too much time off, I feel like, and I know you're the same way, but like I'm good for 3 to 4 days probably.
Yeah, I don't know why it is, and I don't want to come off as like a crazy work guy.
Come off as I'm Gary Z.
Yeah, I'm not. Zach gets he puts on a Gary Z persona and works. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, it would probably suck, to work that much. And
it's not as hard for me, but I know it's hard for people around me. And I don't mean that in a dick way. Like, I'm not a freak in nature. I just genuinely feel like if I have a weird OCD thing that like I feel like if I'm not making clips, or I'm not having someone make clips, or I'm not seeking that, or you're not making clips, or we're not doing little things, I'm like, oh, people aren't going to listen. People aren't going to tune in. We're not going to grow. We're not going to do this. So I feel like the success of the business that I have, the success of our merch, the success of our scripts, I have to do it.
That's true. I mean, if you don't, I do, and I didn't. I dropped the ball. I was doing other shit, and I fucked up.
Well, no, I've been making the clips recently. Like, you were doing the first ones for YouTube, but I do the more Instagram ones, and that's more what I'm referring to. So it wasn't even you dropping the ball. It was just, I thought I was going to have more time.
One of us has to do it, and,
Yeah.
I get that, but I fucked up, so I apologize, but I think that everybody's goes through different points in what they're dealing with business wise, in terms of like being able to get into that Gary Z frame, especially if you're like a young entrepreneur.
I haven't always been like it.
No, and you won't always be like it too. Like once you get to the next phase or a different phase.
Yeah, it's just that intro. It's that startup phase, which I'm in that phase that like.
But it goes back. You'll go back to it when you're not in startup land. You'll be 5 years down the road and have a different set of challenges that you got to deal with.
Exactly, and I think it's when your challenges get so big to where when people start saying, "Oh, that's above my pay grade," literally, guys, everything in my fucking life is above my pay grade. But like, I'm not that smart. I didn't have that great of a GPA. I don't have a degree. I'm not, anything that special. So everything in my mind, I'm thinking I have such a disadvantage over everyone, everything, and I need to not overcompensate, but it's like, well, shit, there's so much I don't know that I need to make up for the time that other people have already spent to get where they are. So like, if someone's really great at something or they do something and they're just a genius with something, then I need to now catch up to where they even are, and then I need to figure out a way to now surpass that. So that's where I think that not stress, but the inspiration to wake up in the morning kind of thing is that, to where it's just like, you're just like, shit, I've got so much I need to do, there's so much, I'm so far behind. And then I think you probably always think that until all of a sudden, then I would imagine you just look around until you make it and go, oh shit, maybe I'm not that far behind. But no, I don't know.
Because I don't think you ever feel like you're not far behind. I think that in order to continue to be successful is to always feel somewhat like you're behind.
Just be a student
and
of the life.
Yeah, I think once you really feel like you've made it, or like you don't have anywhere else to go, that's when you start going down. And so that's why I think that it's really circumstantial, depending on what your changes are and why you're doing things and why you're going after things.
Because it has to be intentional.
Yeah, because if your mission is something that's attainable, in 5 years, then you might look around in 5 years and go, well, fuck, I've done whatever I want to do and now I'm done. But I think that it's a balance in your workhorse right now, because it's just the phase of your life that you're in, and same goes for me and same goes for others. But there will be a time where that's just not the phase. We need to be inspired, and we need to go on a fucking 2 week sabbatical to Europe, and that'll be a logically justified thing that we'll do at some point in our life,
right?
Where today's version of ourselves would beat the fuck out of that guy.
Yeah, you're right.
But that'll just be a different phase where a different thing is necessary, I think.
You gotta get over a new set of challenges. But anyways, what else did we do? We went out, finally. It was our first time going out in months, I think.
Yeah, our boy's birthday.
Yeah, shout out to our boy, Treyer Martinez. He's actually got a little vlog he's starting up on YouTube, so check him out. He is at Treyer Martinez. So I think there's some numbers in there, but I did tag him on my Instagram, so you can find him there. But that was fun. We went out to Old Town, stopped by for a little bit, and
had a pretty early night as far as being out in the clubs and stuff like that. So that was good.
I think I found out though that's my thing. But my problem with Old Town is this: and you mentioned this at first, but like all the clubs play like the same shuffle of songs, and then that made me think and go, yeah, dude, every fucking time, and it's at the worst part of the night when everyone's the most fucked up. And you know what, dude? It just is. It's the and it's an 80s song, and it's one of those songs that everyone thinks it's funny to like, and I'll sing along to, and it goes, oh, wanna dance with somebody, I just wanna be with somebody, and then it does that. But then the favorite part of that whole song is the not the bouncer. What am I talking about? Is it the bouncer or the DJ? The DJ stops all the music when it goes, dance with somebody. So then the whole crowd is trying to sing it. Shit. The whole crowd is trying to sing it together, and they're all going, dance with somebody. And the whole crowd is just sweating, and then there are people so messed up. Here it is. This isn't the version they play, though.
Oh, shit, dude. This isn't even the song. This is Whitney.
What the hell are you doing?
I was playing Whitney.
It's not it.
I wish it was Whitney. I don't even know what the song is.
Just dance with somebody.
Who's it by?
I have no clue. Is it Cyndi Lauper?
No.
One of those people. I don't even know any of those. Before my time.
I think it's called Somebody.
Somebody who loves you. I wanna dance with somebody. I just wanna be with somebody. Dude, that song, man, drives me nuts.
Dude, I mean, it's basically this.
But it's with the original. So then everyone's going nuts, dude. And then, like, there's 6 people that their card is getting declined, and they're sweating, dude, and they're all trying to bounce along, and they're, like, doing that thing where they're just looking around, like, they're like, fuck, dude, what's going on? And then it's like, it just stops, and then smoke comes out, it goes, and it goes,
and there's
dance
glitter
with somebody, and
the
then shit's coming down from the ceiling. It's like, why this song, dude? Like, that's like being from, Akron, Ohio, and like everyone's fucking going nuts because you're from Akron, Ohio. Like, it just doesn't seem like it's like I'm not even clowning Akron, Ohio if you're from Akron, Ohio, but it's just not like what the fuck are you doing? We're in the middle of a podcast. For the listeners, Justin just stood up disrespectfully, departed. So I'm gonna take over now. Yeah, so that song drives me nuts. And the other song that's not funny, IMO, is Africa by Toto. Not funny to me. It's only funny.
Dude, that song is actually so funny for me.
No, it's only funny because of the Family Guy episode with Joe. But that's not why people think it's funny.
I thought for forever, you expressed your fucking hatred for this song to me one time when we were out. And I was like, dude, why do you hate Africa by Toto so much? And he's like, dude, it's the worst, most annoying song of all time. And I think it's hilarious. There's an episode of Family Guy, though, and what happens basically is Joe and his chick break up, and I'll spare you a lot of the details, but at the very end, they get back together, and the song that they get back together to is Africa by Toto, and it's in a strip club, and Joe, who's dressed up like a cop, is doing a lap dance for his girl, and he's wrapping his limp, because if you know Joe from Family Guy, he's paralyzed, from the waist down, and so he was doing all this.
He's just wrapping his leg around. It's funny,
it's hilarious to watch. So go watch that. But then I don't think that's why everybody else knows of the
No,
the
and I
song.
didn't even know that song was from that scene. Like, I didn't never put two.
That's so
I
funny,
could never
dude.
put 2 and 2 together.
It always cracked me up.
It's one of those songs, man, that people think it's ironic to like, and they think it like that. They think that that's comedy or humor, and it's not. And I don't mean to be a snob about it, but like, come on, guys, that's not like. Let's listen to what's next. White and Nerdy by Weird Al Yankovic.
That was creative.
Yeah, at least he made a song and was trying to. What are we gonna listen to? Bo Burnham? Like, why? Like, just play music. Play whatever. Like, we're at a club and not a comedy show. We don't need to be.
But people get into it though,
dude. They do, but they get into it, and this is what drives me nuts is they get into it because they think that it's cool to be into it. They don't actually, not actually into it. And I bet you so many people, they went to Old Town, and when that song became popular and they saw people singing around, they're probably like, oh, fuck, I don't know the words to this. I need to go home and study that. So they probably did. And then they're like, I'm going to go out next week. And then it's like, I dream in Africa. And they're just fucking going nuts, and their drinks. And then now their card is getting declined, and they're all stressed about it. And they're like still singing it to them. And they're like, oh.
And the guy in the corner is just like, don't stop.
And if you guys listen back to episode 2 or 3, yeah, but then the Africa guy's
hold
like,
on to that feeling.
but that's my problem though, man, because that song was the cool song before this.
It's still cool
before
though. That song still gets in the mix.
Before that, it was Rock You Like a Hurricane, or Here It Go Again on My Own. And it's just like, guys.
You know, all these songs, if it's like, I always think of the movie first.
And I'm okay with paying homage.
And that's where I'm at with it. Is like, I hear that song and I think of old school, and you know, and so like for someone to talk shit about "Here I Go Again" by Whitesnake,
that was a bad example. I'm talking more about "Rock You Like a Hurricane" or "We Will Rock You" by Queen is more so where I'm at with it.
Again, dude, Mighty Ducks. It's just tough to talk shit.
I mean,
and this is the second time we've talked about Mighty Ducks. I had somebody reach out to me and say, "I never thought I would hear Mighty Ducks referenced on a podcast."
Really?
Yeah, did you really not? There was 3 great movies about it, and a whole TV show. An actual NHL team was spawned because of it.
Dude, there's more podcasts out there than there are people that have seen the Mighty Ducks. I think there's for sure someone that's talked about it.
Yeah, dude.
We're not the only ones either.
Like, obviously,
there's probably a podcast about the fucking Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, and if not, we're not that opposed to just starting a segment,
just switching lanes and saying, all right, guys, this is the Mighty Ducks podcast presented by the Weber Boys, a socially awkward podcast.
Is done, and the Quack Attack is back, Zach.
Hey, it's Zach the Quack. All right. What'd you think?
Anyways, dude,
what'd you think of the episode?
We Will Rock You, though. That was another poor example. No, it doesn't.
Dude, these songs, man, they're just these corny 80s songs that people feel like they need to revive to life because, you know, these guys that their Corvettes are barely able to still turn on at this point. Are still trying to.
Most of the time, I'm on board with all this.
I love 80s music, dude. Don't get me wrong, but there's like so much better 80s music than the shit that they're picking.
Everyone's going fucking nuts right now.
They're all doing it. Big nightstand.
All 30 of them listening are doing it.
Dude, this is like the voice of the episode. We've sang, I think I've sang 3 songs.
It's you, dude. I was just doing music. I didn't even sing.
I'm singing.
You're the voice. Anyways, dude.
Yeah, let's get this thing moving on past ourselves.
Well, on Saturday night, I got to go try.
Yeah, we went out and then
I got to try a new restaurant on Saturday with an old friend. It was
nice. Where'd you go?
Divine, dude.
Divine. Where'd you go?
Ocean 44.
Ooh, I like Steak 44. Never been to Ocean 44.
I would choose Ocean restaurants 10 out of 10 times over a steak restaurant.
I'm more of a I don't know, man. I like seafood, but
I like the ambiance too at Ocean 44. I like the ambiance. Maybe a little better.
How about this? I'm this guy. Like, I'll go to an ocean place and get a steak.
Yeah, you're just such a piece of shit for that.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, but they got a good cut of meat there every time, you know.
No,
I haven't been to Ocean 44.
Well, here's what a piece of shit I am, though.
I'm not that great.
Here's what a piece of shit I am, though. Is
like, because I don't post my leftover box on Instagram.
Sea bass on at a steak place. So you know, I do this.
That. Yeah.
I'm just as much piece of shit.
Yeah, and I think, you know, they have a menu for a reason, and you're allowed to kind of get what you get, you know, kind of get what you want.
That's right. And that's the beautiful thing about America. And I know a lot of countries,
especially if you're paying a hefty dollar.
And I know a lot of countries, you know, don't even have menus, and you just kind of get what you get, and you don't fit. That's what it is. You don't throw a fit.
Whatever happened to that, by the way? Why aren't people living with that anymore? Like, talk about something that turned so quick, dude. That was my childhood. I probably had to write that sentence down over 100 times, and it was, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. You get what you get, you don't throw a fit. You get what you get, don't throw a fit.
Not how it is anymore.
And now it's like,
now
you
it's throw a fit.
Yeah, it's throw a fit.
Throw a fit.
Whether you like what you got, or if you hate what you got, or you like what you got, throw a fit.
Throw a fit, and you'll always get more. Dude, people are such pieces of shit.
Fuck you guys, because you brainwash
not
us.
you guys, not anyone listening.
Dude, this is society,
This
man.
is people, not us.
This is a civics course.
Not y'all.
Dude, that drives me nuts. You brainwash us, and that's so corrupt.
About brainwash?
You brainwash us into believing this. You get what you get. You don't throw a fit, and then all of a sudden you change the tide and go throw a fit.
I don't think that's what happened. I think
or just all these young people are like, dude, fuck this. We are gonna throw.
That's
a fit.
way more what happened.
But dude, there's people
no
like,
brainwashing.
There's no way I don't have a teacher that told me get what you get and don't throw a fit and is not now throwing a fit on Facebook. There's no way. I could tell you probably three teachers.
I think there's a lot of hypocrites out there, and a lot of teachers and just people of older generations that are now having to pay the piper on their own character cards being called out. They're just having a difficult time dealing.
Yeah, people are having a tough time these days.
And sucks.
Got to be transparent.
Got to be transparent and know how to beat ass.
Yeah. It was like that Gary
Plain
Vee thing that we were
simp.
talking about this morning. He's like, I just believe in being authentic.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm not even a Gary Vee fan at all. And this is the second time we're bringing him up right now. But he had a cool video that Z showed me of him talking to this teacher, I'm assuming.
Well, I think it was like
Some
an interviewer.
stuffy lady.
Yeah, it was just, she's like, do you curse in
stuffy-looking
front of you?
lady.
Or she's like, why do you curse so much?
And he got a whole reason of why he cursed so much, and it's true, and you
Not
know,
a bad reason.
No, and
He's like,
and,
it's just me. It's how my brain processes it.
yeah, and I curse for different reasons. It's just how I talk, I guess, to a degree, you know, and I don't mean any harm by it or any fucking thing like that. It's just
Yeah, because he's like, I get my message across better. He's like, if it was like
more intentional.
yeah, it's just more authentic to him.
Sometimes you'd rather hear me say that than and so fucking.
I'm trying to
happens.
be better about it. Like, especially doing this podcast, I'm just trying to, again, I hate to keep saying intentional, but like, I try and be intentional with my use of it because like a well-placed profanity could be hilarious, but if you use it all the time, it's not that funny anymore. It's kind of like, oh, you just said it again.
It's
you
hard.
know?
I don't like it when
and then
it's
it becomes a
harsh.
distraction. When it becomes a distraction and people, that's my thing. I don't want to use or profanity to a point to where people start noticing it and it becomes a distraction to whatever else I'm trying to say. I think that's more so where I'm at than anything else. I don't care if people think, oh, he curses, what a potty mouth, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Throw Tabasco in my mouth. I don't give a fuck. I'm crazy. Yeah, dude, put hot sauce in my eyes. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, so that's my thing with it.
Yeah, I think that
You just curse like a sailor.
I don't. I really don't. You know, I think sometimes I try to though to like break
Try
up.
to curse like a sailor?
Huh? Yes.
Tried?
Sometimes I will just to break up, depending on what I'm talking about or doing, and
Sometimes it's needed, you know, like it's helpful.
it helps break up whatever I'm trying to explain. Sometimes even to myself.
There's some truth to that though. Like if I'm at a place of business, right, or if I'm working, not working, if I'm at somebody else's place of work, I'm in their zoo, and I can tell that they are feeling like they're real stiffy, and they're a younger guy and they're working. I'm like, dude, I'm young. You don't have to fucking do this. You like, and I'll start saying some profanity so they feel comfortable, and they're like, and then they start cursing all the time.
Sometimes though, people take it a little too far
do.
with me. Where like I'll be like, "Damn, dude," and they'll take that as a green light to just be like, "Fucking motherfucker," and I'm like, "Hey, bro, would you just learn how to say fuck or what, dude? Like, I just met you,
Were we
bro."
in a furniture store one time and that kept happening? Like, we just said like one thing, and then the guy just fucking.
I'll always say like "damn" or "hell yeah."
Yeah, I
or
say "damn."
bullshit, like just something that's light and like lets you know, hey, I'm on your team, whatever that means. Take it for what it's worth. We're
if
boys.
they look like someone that is, you know, cool with that kind of vernacular.
I'm not the problem.
Now, if it's an older sweet lady that's at Staples or something, then I'm gonna be like, "Hi, excuse me, where can I find the paper clips?" And she'll be like, "Oh, right around the corner." I'm like, "Thank you so much, dear." and then I'll walk on and get them. I don't say dear, but
Yeah,
I
and then
say
she's
thank you.
and you know what she's doing, dude?
I go
to
Thank you.
every young guy that
Start talking to
makes
the Rock.
every young guy that makes an old lady feel old like that. You know how happy they are that you're doing that. They're just going, "Fuck you, motherfucker! I'm gonna do 4 Jello shots later, and talk shit about you to all my friends while I'm playing cribbage." Because that's what really happens with old people.
Yeah, and then if you guys remember how they do hit on me, she'll be like, "But he was so handsome, though."
They would.
That's how they
They
all
would do that,
end it.
dude. They
But
would.
he was just so charming, though.
They would.
They
would.
say it like that. He was just such a delight.
Yep.
What do you mean I was a delight? I just, asked where the paper clips were.
Yeah.
Senior
But-
citizens, man. I hope we have some that listen to us, man.
Yeah. Well, I love them.
Yeah, they're fun. We need to be appreciating senior citizens more. I think.
Well, I
as a
think more
society.
people need to understand them. We write a lot of.
Although
them
it would be
off
okay if senior citizens kind of started to understand other people a little more. I wish it would be a little bit more on.
I think you'd be surprised on
because I think a lot of
much-
people don't want to understand senior citizens because I feel like a lot of senior citizens don't understand.
I think you would be surprised at how many do actually understand
Probably.
what all is going on, and they're not given a chance, or they don't know
they don't
to
have a voice.
They don't have a bridge, maybe. They don't have, something. And
God, they kind of remind me of children, man. Like the reverse.
but really, like, there's the same mix of
Kinda are.
of people there in that age range that we've got in our age range. That everybody's got them, and some are
They got some
good,
kooks.
some are bad, some are crazy.
There's some kooks in
Some will, some
every
won't.
group.
So what? Move on,
Ah, gosh, gotta love it.
dude. Speaking up of moving on, should we get into some current events?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's get this thing rolling. It is Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we
Or
got.
it's like the Alpha episode. So I'll see you Monday. Monday? Yeah, Monday. It's Christmas Eve. And he goes, so?
Miles Fitch, dude.
I'll be in Monday.
He's an angry elf.
Miles Fitch. That guy, dude,
Game of Thrones.
that actor, not Miles Fitch, the other guy though.
Walter
thick-
Hobbs.
Yeah, no, the thicker one with the just a big, he kind of looks like Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. The real cheery guy.
No, he's not sure. He's real angry. He was like that. The guy that was ordering him to be there on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Gray hair.
The boss.
Yeah, his boss.
Can we get Cardi up?
Okay, Lieutenant. Okay, well, hold up now. Something's...
Getting a lot of Tom Segura quotes on the back end of your commentary. So any real Tom Segura fans are gonna be pleased.
They're having a hootload of fun. All right, guys. So, for those of you guys who can't see on the screen, Cardi B talks jet ski photo,
Cardi.
reuniting with Offset, and I'll let Justin say this. What'd she say? What did she say about the Offset situation with them reuniting? What'd she say? I can't read it.
I just had to get fucked.
All right. Look
Dude,
at that.
okay, so these guys, just to
God
bring
love 'em,
to
man.
bring you up to speed, I don't know if we've even talked about them yet, but they've recently broken up. Obviously, Offset.
I'm gonna say on the record though, I don't approve of the Sunny Bunny. I don't approve of him.
I don't approve of any
Of him cheating
I
on
don't
Sunny
either.
Bunny or trying to work a threesome. I think it's gross.
And
I think
that's-
him trying to menage a trois with someone named Sunny Bunny
and not his girl is not good.
is not okay. If you're
But-
single,
But
dude,
that's what he did.
threesome
and,
on.
and so Cardi B said, "No mas, we're done. We're getting a divorce." All this stuff. Then Offset Offset RN got real upset.
Offset right now.
And just felt real bad, and so he went on and he apologized, made a real public apology, wanted her to take him back, all this stuff. She was like,
Offset registered nurse knows he messed up.
"Yeah,
And
Offset RN is for sure.
Offset
Offset right now."
Offset right now registered nurse for sure knows he messed up, and I think he's trying to pay the piper a little bit and trying to get back in the good graces
Yeah,
of
he's
Cardi
in the
B.
doghouse. So
Cardi believable.
So basically, now what's happened is Cardi B and
Cardi Bacardi.
Cardi B has reached out to her former flame, Offset, aka Baby Daddy, aka Offset RN.
Offset registered nurse, aka.
They rekindled things, and they were out of town, I guess, on a who was on tour? Was it her tour?
Well, Migos is only 27? Damn.
Someone was on tour and they met up. One met up with the other one, and they just, I guess they did it. So Cardi though had I saw an article where they were posting these Instagram live videos of her, and she was just doing this whole thing where she was drinking coffee and saying how she missed his wrench, you know, and missed his and that it was probably going to happen. And honestly, here's the thing. On a somewhat of a serious note, it's nice that she went to hit up Offset for that issue, for those urges. That's baby daddy. And if you're going to have urges, and what that tells me for her.
Yeah, but if you cheated though, like I probably wouldn't, because like if you're working a threesome, it depends, man. Because like he could have.
There's a lot of situation there. You don't want to motherfuck Cardi for taking him back if she does. Because honestly, like if
he
it
could
was
have
all
something come up,
it could have all been just some bullshit anyways. It could have all been a rumor anyways.
Yeah.
And now they're just dealing with public damage control and stuff. We just don't know.
That's gotta suck,
and for
man.
everybody to be jumping down these people's throat is nuts. But while we're doing it, we might as well at least get some thoughts into it and say, well, I mean, if Cardi is gonna be a chick that needs to satisfy some sexual cravings, why wouldn't she go to her baby daddy, who she's probably gonna work it out with anyways? Like, that's just how it goes,
right?
And rather than just hitting up some random dude and, you know, having to then deal with a whole new set of issues.
Yeah, that I agree.
And people want to talk shit to Cardi or about Cardi B, and I get that her vocab is a little bit tough,
but to us or to other people, but
well, it's just
maybe
tough
to other,
sometimes to get all the words to be a full sentence.
Yeah, but you know,
sometimes you can make it out with context clues, but and that's where we're fortunate. But a lot of people just, they want to, you know, talk shit about people like her. And honestly, she's setting such a good example.
Talk shit about anything too.
But she's setting such a good example doing it this way. She's avoiding future conflict with new issues by saying, dude, look. And even if they don't work out, she still gets to go around saying, well, at least I tried and I wasn't a little hoe.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't just go fuck some random dude because
times
was
are tough.
Setting up a threesome.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, because I think the same thing. I think Migos.
You never know if they had an agreement
or Offset.
A hall pass.
I think Offset
thing.
right now was probably thinking he was taking a note out of Jay-Z's playbook. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going on tour together, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, because Hove Chia. He tried to work a menage a trois, and he talked about it on his last album, 444.
Yeah, now
was it worth a menage a trois to risk it for Blue?
He's on a leash now, and they got to be on tour together, and that probably sucks for him.
Really?
Yeah.
It's Beyonce, though, huh?
Well.
It's Beyonce.
It's Beyonce every night, and it's Beyonce every night.
Beyonce every night.
There's probably dudes better looking than Jay-Z probably trying to get at that. It's probably like an eternal hell having to deal with being with Beyonce every night. Like just seeing dudes constantly. Like that's a live version of your girl's DMs.
Yeah.
People just throwing themselves. Probably have to have security all tightened up.
Eddie. That's for Offset right now. All right, guys.
Offset
registered nurse, man. Yeah, he's in some deep waters, man, and I hope he pulls out.
He's got those gun charges too.
I hope he can swim to the shore, man, and get out of this. Because the current's getting rocky a little bit, but I mean maybe not, because Cardi's looking like she's wanting some of that Offset right now. So
good for them, though. I hope they work it out.
You know, just don't cheat, guys. You
know,
don't just leave that to bad people.
Break up. All right. Next one. This one, we were talking about this one earlier yesterday, I didn't hear you say Forever 21. I thought it was just somebody.
No.
I thought it was just a person.
No, it's
I didn't
another
realize
one
it
of
was
these businesses. Oh, who's the other one? H&M, dude. H&M got that and all that shit with the.
yeah.
It was what was it? It was the.
Pretty sure it was I don't want
it
to
was-
speak.
Well, it was like the cutest monkey in the playground, or like the.
Yeah.
It was some monkey in the playground,
related,
and they had
with
a black kid as the model. Which, yeah, dude, be a little bit more aware for sure. But I guess the mom signed off on it. That was the verdict on it. But anyways, we got some new shit going on.
Well,
so
weren't
let's
they
talk
from
about
out
it.
of out
Yeah,
of town too?
I think they weren't even from the country.
So, anyways, all right. Well, this one,
From this country.
this is a different issue.
Yeah, totally different. Kind of. This is like if Opposite Day were a real thing, it seems like.
Forever 21 removes the photo of a white male model in a Wakanda Forever sweater after facing backlash.
That's kind of a bummer.
Here's the thing: if I'll just say this, you know what my initial take on it would be like, if you don't have a white kid in the sweater, to me, if I'm a parent, right, and I got to think about that because there are a lot of parents that are my age, right? I don't think I am one, and so, but there are other ones that are my age and our age that are parents, and they've got to deal with this, buying stuff.
Yeah.
But even young adults, teenagers, and so on, if they're going to buy a Wakanda Forever shirt, if you have a white male that's wearing it, first of all, Wakanda Forever is a tagline for the Black Panther movie, which is a superhero movie.
Really good movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. But it's an all-black movie. It's a black superhero. It's out of Africa. It's just a different cultured superhero film where there aren't very many white people in that part of the world.
Yeah.
So it's not even a race thing to begin with. It's just a regional issue. Like, there's just not that many white people over there. And so it is what it is. But from a commercial standpoint outside of that, for Forever 21, if there's not a white kid wearing that shirt, I'm going to think it's off limits for all white people. Which, if it is, that's fine. They're entitled to that if they feel like that's what they need to do and claim, then that's a different deal. But I think that if we want to make it for everyone, then it would help to maybe put an Asian kid on there. He doesn't need to be white, but if it's a black kid wearing a Wakanda Forever shirt, I'm assuming that might as well be sacred. And that's okay.
Like I said,
dude?
I just honestly, need to know. Man, I wouldn't even think that. My mind wouldn't even go there because for me, like, I have a fucking pair of socks, for God's sakes, that have not Nas's first album, Illmatic. It's a picture of Nas on my socks. Literally a portrait of Nas as a child.
Okay, but if your son came to you and said, "Dad, I want to be Black Panther for Halloween,"
I understand. But what about a black kid who wants to be Batman or Iron Man or Superman?
But but that's what I'm wondering.
But that's why we have to. But for me though, I'm just saying my mind wouldn't have gone there at first. I'm just saying it's interesting. I'm not challenging you or trying to extend that part of the conversation, but it is interesting because, like, to me, my mind wouldn't even think that because you would be a fan of the movie because there's gazillion superhero movies. There's a gazillion fans of superhero movies in the world. You don't have to be. There's no. I just never associated race with superheroes, I guess. Because
you're white and all superheroes up until 2018.
I mean, there's Hancock. I mean, that wasn't a great look, but I thought he was badass though.
Yeah, but that's. I don't know, man. It's one of those things where you just got to define it.
We're just at that interesting point, I think, in the world because, and honestly, like the black culture right now is, and I don't understand where all this beef really is because, like, white people, we're all copying everything that all the other cultures are doing. We've talked about it before. Look around. I mean, shit, we can't keep a trend. what you'll have is you'll have a guy like Travis Scott who's going to take the shoes that old white dudes wore, and then he's going to make them a little more hip and modern, and then now dad shoes are going to become a thing. And then everyone's going to trail over, and then 5-10 years from now, when all the, I guess, boring people catch up to that, then there's going to be a new trend of what was cool. So we're probably going to see affliction tees or some shit again. I don't fucking know, but like that's how it seems to be.
Ed Hardy again, dude.
I can't either. I don't see that ever happening. But I think that it's just a lot of that. They're setting the trend, so it's kind of just like they've already
keep it
won.
on track with the race thing though. Like
what
does that have
saying.
to do with race?
Because it does. Because it's the culture, like the fact that we can't all just kind of be one with it, since they're already setting the trend. They already won. It's like it's like beating a dead horse almost.
I guess that my question would be is like, are we saying that a white guy wearing a Wakanda Forever sweater, do we equate that to blackface? Because I think blackface acting when it was originated, extremely offensive and super.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Super terrible. And
like
for that reason, I don't think today really white guys should be black dudes on camera and stuff like that.
My problem with that is because there's really good, talented
historical issues.
Well, not even that. There's talented, fit black people
but
for the job and actors.
Even if there weren't, I know there is, but even if there weren't, there's still that historical issue that's fucked up. But are we saying that wearing a sweater is equivalent to that, or wearing a costume is equivalent to that? Because then it gets a little confusing for kids, especially.
Yeah, well, the problem is so much of it, I think, is fake. Or I think where the sides are still getting so twisted is because it's like, there's a lot, and I heard them talking. I heard another podcast talking about it. They were talking about like a lot of people have white guilt, and unfortunately, the other cultures can see through that bullshit. And there's not a lot of real transparent people that are like you and I, for instance. Like, we just want to get to the bottom of it. Like, let's just get it over with. Why can't I have a night to where I listen to hip hop, go eat some Mexican food, then, go and
go to IKEA and
go to IKEA, get some furniture, and then drink some Italian wine. Just be like there's so much cool shit from other cultures, and I think moving around helped me with that, as I was able to see so much other cultures from people, and it was cool to see that. But that's my problem, is like if you don't know what else is going on, then you can't just make certain I guess allegations. But the problem is there is just so much of that white guilt, so people are just going, oh well, we believe this now, we do this, or we're cool with this, we're this is what we believe, and people are just seeing through that, I think. So we can't, it's going to be tough to get to the bottom of it.
And here's the other thing too, like as a white guy, I support the idea of Wakanda Forever.
I do too.
I
thought it was a cool movie, and it was iconic.
I think Wakanda should be Wakanda Forever. I think, but I don't think everything should be Wakanda Forever. I don't think everything should be America Forever. But I think America should be America Forever. I think Canada should be Canada. I think all these people should be whatever they are forever, and then we could all just live.
Right.
And so it's okay to support that from any culture or anything, if you're showing support and love. I don't get it. I don't get the backlash. And normally, I'll side with whoever's not going to beat my ass. All right.
Which always been weird to me, man.
I don't agree with this.
I don't either. But what's always been weird to me, man, like especially in America, like I could kind of get it in other countries to a degree. Like if you're from Europe and say you're from Germany and you don't like people from Poland, you're like, oh, they're different. Like it just that like makes more sense than people from America not liking their own kind. That to me has always been weird. When we're all Americans and we all just can't get along, like why is it? It makes sense of other countries because we're tribal and that's how people are, is we need to be in groups and tribes. You cling to your country. I get that. But when you're not even clinging to your own country, you can't fucking decide who you want to vote for. You can't even figure out what you believe in. you're racist, if you're a fucking whatever, you know, it just is so frustrating that we're one of the few countries, it seems, that is so anti its own beliefs.
Yeah, it's weird, but I think we're starting to get it as we're.
I think some people are starting to pick up on it, and I think eventually it'll become the new trend as people are.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, I think as the spirituality and the health and fitness and the mindfulness is all and meditation, as people keep preaching that, and as it keeps, I think, getting bigger, it'll lead people to an evolved way of thinking, to be able to think at a higher level and not think so narrow-minded. So if they're thinking bigger,
all that's taking place way quicker with technology.
Exactly, it's making it easier.
It used to take way longer for all that those evolutionary things to take place, but now you just got to Google shit to learn it, and so things happen.
Download an app, you
faster.
can meditate. You know, you can clear out just all these ancient traditions that made people efficient. You know, we can now do again, but so many people moved away from it for so many years, and now that we have technology and the research coming out and the internet that says, oh, you should be doing this, you're like, shit. And if everyone just focused on what they should be doing all the time, we wouldn't be doing this. We wouldn't be, you know, if we all just loved each other.
Well, here's the problem that happens when you start just focusing on that. You get sued. And that leads us into our next current event, which, if you want to click over to.
So that's all on that.
It's on that. Fortnite cannot stop getting
Look at that
sued.
Fellow.
Fortnite is just getting the shit sued out of them by everybody.
So much for it being a free game, too. Joke's kind of on you guys, huh?
Dude, holy shit. Jeez. So, evidently, Fortnite's had these real iconic dance moves that all the kids have been doing. There's the floss, and there's, if you want to do a couple for Cam.
The backpack kid. I actually can't do it.
Okay. Well, that's shocking. But I thought you could. A lot of kids are able to do these dances, and they're a real impressive dance, but there's a backflip one, too, and whatnot. Basically, though, all the originators of these viral dances, because that's what it all started out as, whether it's the Carlton,
so funny.
Whether it's
I didn't even know the Carlton was one of them.
The backpack kid doing his thing, they're viral dances. And Carlton evidently is going after his.
Dude.
Which I don't blame him.
I mean, get your money. Carlton.
I don't blame him.
Fresh Prince has been out off for how many years? I mean, you're probably.
America's Funniest Videos is probably done with him.
Yeah, you're not doing much probably. Get your money. And Fortnite's the biggest thing in the world right now.
Yeah.
Next to Drake and Kim Kardashian and Kanye.
Yeah. And also, too, like, Fortnite was probably the equivalent, relevance-wise, to the slogan #YOLO.
Yeah.
Like, the game...
Or, dude, even swag.
The game Fortnite is probably more famous than the word swag or YOLO.
Yeah.
Whew. That's famous, dude.
That is pretty famous. Like, I wonder what their
That's
Instagram
pretty relevant.
Followers are at. Like, I bet they're pretty...
It's pretty relevant.
I bet they're doing it.
I don't know, man.
What is he? Let's see what we got here.
Well, I was more of a...
Millie Rock, dude. Millie, another guy. The only thing that bums me out, though, is they all are kind of guys that aren't doing a ton that are coming out. Like Millie Rock. When's the last time he came out with this song?
I don't even know who that is.
It was like this... Dude, it was so popular, man. Millie Rock. I don't even remember how it goes, but Millie Rock, dude. I remember it being Millie Rock, and I'm like, what the fuck kind of name is Millie Rock? I didn't like it for some reason.
Pull it up.
Rapper 2 Millie. Oh, his name is 2 Millie. Sues Epic Games for stealing his Millie Rock dance in Fortnite. Yeah, this is it.
SP. 2 Millie.
2015. I was out of the country.
Damn, 2015?
That's when that song came out.
God, I feel like that was way longer.
No, yeah, you were talking about it like it was the fucking Cupid Shuffle.
I thought it came out around the time around like
down, do
I love
dance,
bad. That's my problem.
Do dance down, do
I like bad.
to the left, to the left, to the left.
No, not that old. I was thinking more like.
Well,
I
that's
love
how you were
bad,
explaining that, dude. He was like the Cupid Shuffle. That guy went on The Voice, dude. Remember that?
Yeah,
like,
that's sad.
7 or 8 years ago.
That's a bummy. All right,
All right, so Backpack Kid was way worse. I don't really give a fuck about Carlton. He's too old to be suing about this. This is silly.
Suing a video game. Like, how do you even know?
Yeah, fuck off, Carlton. Backpack Kid, though, his sweet little ass is like, just fuck off.
I don't care about the money.
I just want to do
He said it was my mom and the management that are suing it.
Like, what a sweetheart, dude.
Kid's 17.
He's just trying to do good shit.
I followed him now.
I did too,
yeah.
dude. Fuck negativity with that kid.
Kid is such a cool kid.
He's just trying to do good shit.
That's it.
Do dance moves.
He's only 17.
And have fun.
He's 17. Don't hate on him. Don't hate on Backpack Kid. He's 17.
No. And don't steal his dance moves or pay him. Just
pay the guy.
Kid.
Pay the guy. Or pay his parents and management because he's 17. He's not 18.
Kid.
Once he's 18, get him his paper because he's earned it.
And can we get an arranged? Can we get an arranged marriage between him and the Cash Me Outside girl? Because she's doing the damn thing now too. Since that Dr. Phil.
Dude, that's a talented kid.
Internet love child, just.
Because how old is she? So what they got?
That kid will probably be
years,
born with about 30 million followers.
Probably. Well, especially because think about how much fame that they're going to get. Because I think Cash Me Outside girl is what, 15?
Honestly, you want to know how you dethrone the Kardashians?
You get them two together. So you get them to start sending each other some Valentine notes because they're still, underage.
And then maybe we bring together little Xanax and Miley Cyrus' little sis.
They'll perform at the date. And then they have like Sunny D and like a glass. They're probably up to other stuff, but we don't. They're underage, so we're not gonna
pretend.
They're probably
doing other shit.
They're probably gonna do it. They're probably doing other shit.
Well, the one kid's name is Xanax.
Lil Xan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he's for sure doing other shit, but I don't
he's
know.
Our age, actually.
Yeah, he's older.
We looked at that once.
Yeah, it'll bum you out how old he is.
Yeah, still do. I mean, could you imagine me with fucking face tattoos and shit?
Calling yourself Lil Xan?
Calling myself Lil Xan? Could you imagine me being Lil Xan?
That's so funny. I think about myself, all the time. I'm like, I get it if you go through a phase when you were like, dude, it was like a Gmail account I had to make. It was my gamer. Like, that makes sense.
This kid's got to live with it, dude. He's got face tat.
It's like, fuck, dude, I made all my money. I made all fucking $2 million for my life.
Lil Xan gamer tag, dude.
It's Lil Xan. He's like, dude, honestly, it was just our group's clan tag, and I was just kind of running with it for a minute, and then I started getting face tats, and shit got real.
Hey, speaking of real, how about Jersey Shore?
Jersey Shore. Yeah, dude, that's another one. Let's get over to that. Next current event.
That's a really, really a sad one.
You're confusing us by how sly you're trying to transition, I'm just going to say, or confusing me. It's okay if we say, all right, we're done with that current event. Let's go to the next
Well, I just don't want to be rude.
We don't need to be like,
I don't want to be rude.
You know what else?
I don't want to be rude by saying, all right, fuck this, we're done.
Like, because like it'd be like if this next one, like Jersey Shore star JWoww gets temporary restraining order against ex Roger Matthews. Well, it's funny because America's wealthiest, they didn't make it on that list, but the next current event. What the?
How we doing?
What is this clicking around for?
How we doing?
You tell me, USA Today. Can I read the article or no?
Well, they got to make their money.
I guess, dude. For sure. Do fucking better ads.
Can you get on the mic if you're going to be talking shit? Nobody can hear your
All right. We're good.
Dude, what
an interesting character I am.
So anybody watching the New Jersey Shore? Pretty much everybody in America, it seems like.
I watched the first season of it, and to my knowledge, JWoww was saying how good her and Roger are doing, and they're so good, and she's just so happy, and she doesn't go to the club anymore because her and Roger are really killing it and having a good time. And Vinny's like, yo, I totally get it, like I get it. I know I kind of sound like Mark Wahlberg, like I'm doing a shitty Mark Wahlberg impression, but I'm doing keto now, so it's all good.
Dude, it was lit. Back when we was in the Shore, I remember we went to Vegas, and we had Mike. We lost Mike, and then we found Vin. That was a good time.
It's Sam. I miss her. I don't know why. I miss Sam. I can't get over Sam.
All right, we got the whole squad here. The whole squad's present now.
So Jersey Shore guys, welcome.
And basically, Raj, dude, poor little Raj,
Poor Roger. He wasn't ever in the show, I don't think.
A couple episodes,
was
like
he?
in the earlier series when they were first meeting. Obviously, they met at the club, I believe.
Now I'll tell you who has gotten. In all fairness, I don't want to spin the shit on Jenny JWoww hour, but I'll give her this. She has gotten significantly better looking from season 1 because I saw a clip from like when I was watching it. They showed like her throwing a bottle at someone. I think she was throwing a bottle at Mike the Situation. She was wearing some like fucking Rock Religion jeans and like an Affliction shirt or something. I'm like, eeks.
Yeah.
Her hair was all like.
Well,
out.
the thing of that time was it was all little. That was before reality TV had really started.
We're talking 2009, dude.
That was both.
That came out in 2009.
They were the beginning of. They didn't know what they were getting into then. But
I didn't know what I was getting into, man. That was life changing.
But the thing of this now is she's gone on and really sang a different tune and on the TV, and I've been kind of out of the loop for the last little bit too.
Yeah.
But I was real hooked on the first, I think, 2 seasons of the reunion, or first 1, 2. I don't know how many there have been now, but she was kind of judgmental of Ron.
She was.
And I didn't like that because typically people who are real judgy of other people's shit have their own issues, like real fucked up issues. And clearly Ron and his girl have their...
Well, he got into some...
Their set of issues.
She beat him up, didn't she?
Yeah, she beat his ass. And anytime...
Oh, God, dude, what's going on with this, man? There's a lot of ass beating going on in relationships, man. We got to get that out of this.
Yeah, we got to get it out of the... It's got to be out of the formula because it's not in the recipe as far as Pinterest recipes
I get
for
it if you get an
successful
argument,
relationships.
but quit hitting each other. Fuck.
Hitting each other is just...
Gotta stop.
Gotta be done with it.
Gotta be done with it.
Join a gym.
Yeah, get
an
MMA.
Do something productive.
Do some
dude.
jiu-jitsu.
Quit hitting
Do some
each other.
jiu-jitsu and show some respect.
Not a part of the recipe. It's not the to make the good, the relationship.
Can we mention the fact that Roger, in his Instagram Live or whatever thing, can we mention the fact that he is just casually on his way home from a podcast with UFC fighter Frankie Edgar?
Yeah, who's just the gentlest, friendliest, beer grabbing.
That's a 5'6", 145-pound male we're talking about. So before you go, oh, UFC fighter, he's in the wrong. Roger's in the wrong because he's friends with the UFC fighter. They're violent. Couldn't be further from the truth. Look up Frankie Edgar.
Look him up. Look up some videos.
He's a sweetheart.
Friendliest guy.
I've never met him, so I don't know if he's a good guy.
Seems like he'd be friendly as shit, though.
There's a guy we were just talking about that runs around our office complex. It looks like him. So and he's a really nice guy. So we're kind of,
we're kind of banking on him being similar, but we think they are.
Not Jeff Nowitzki? How about John Jones? That's a current event I didn't add on here, but fuck that, huh?
Tested hot again, dude. That's so weird. And he seems to be very, very committed to the fact he was not in the wrong. Anyways, JWoww, I really don't. I've kind of lost a little bit of respect for JWoww.
Well, Jenny has refrained from
after
making
seeing
you're not even
video.
posting your own. She's having someone post for her.
Yeah, dude, and I think
like that.
JWoww's probably gone over into the wrong.
Here's why Roger seems like he's winning is because she's not said really much, and Roger went on like a 12-minute rant and just saying like, dude,
he's like, I'm fucked because she's the biggest star of one of the biggest stars of the biggest TV show in the fucking country.
Yeah.
Everybody loves JWoww. It's not
it's kind of similar to that Ariana Pete thing again, though.
Again, yes, dude.
These poor guys, man.
But Raj came on, but he came out strong. He came out hard, strong. He's like, listen, and not that Pete didn't. It's just a different style of handling their bullshit. But it's dude, that's a sad situation to be in for Roger, dude. And I just, more than anything, I wanted to talk about this so that we could say that, like, there's more to what's going on. If you do know about this, I don't want to talk about it really because I don't care, but you should go look it up because Roger deserves more love than what he's getting.
I'm a fan of him, and I didn't mean to come out so hard making fun of JWoww because, look, I don't want to be mean, But
speaking of those
but
two,
yeah, no, I'm not happy with JY right now, and I think I'm Team Roger in this. I'm gonna pick.
I do too. What I found was interesting
Roger.
about this article was they didn't mention anything about being on the list of most wealthy celebrities, like our next current event.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that. It's his birthday today, and I say the Lord's name in vain. I
Tomorrow.
apologize.
Kylie and Jay-Z tied on Forbes.
Yeah, this is interesting. Damn, that's crazy. She is younger than me, and
Worth $5.4 billion.
that's fun. That is fun to look at.
With a B, shout out to her. She's really killed it, dude. That's a family that's come out, and I don't really.
I'll tell you, man. You don't get that. There's no like. The problem is my issue is when people say that like that gets handed to you.
I have a really big.
I'm not ever gonna say that about her.
If you don't like
However,
the Kardashians, I don't really like. Most people that don't like the Kardashians, I don't like.
Because like, here's my thing with it. She's for sure. I mean, I don't know, but define lucky, like
If
but
you
like
go
she's
out of your way to be like, fuck those people.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Because it takes a lot of work and even
not easy being them.
Yeah, there's no way it is. I mean, you just got to deal with so much, and when you really think about it,
They've created a lot too.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like, because when people think of celebrities, they think of celebrities how they are in a social gathering. Like, it's fun when they meet people, and it's fun when they get to meet fans and everything like that. Like, they're just meeting up with some buddies. Instead of it being like that, don't think of, like, when people think of it being like that, I feel like it's probably more like at work they probably have to deal with it. Like how you have to treat people at work with that customer service. That's how I try and think of it. Like when I, before I go off and, give any celebrity a hard time for anything, it's always that, because so many people I feel like are thinking that, oh, they want to be doing that. They're just talking to a buddy. It might as well be. It's just, they're just talking to some person, but it's like, you don't act like that at work. You have to have a certain, it takes work. You have to have a certain filter. Like, yeah, you have to be at a certain beat. You have to be at a certain tempo. And if you're not,
yeah, that whole family's a fucking powerhouse, dude.
Especially because everyone watches them on the show. Like, they know how they are as people, so they're
I think that there's something to constantly being on screen or on TV or on something to where, like, you force yourself to be more accountable. Like,
yeah.
I talked about it with, I think on a different episode, but, the Kardashians have been on TV pretty much. Kylie's been on
pretty
TV
much for her whole life.
Yeah,
since
she
she was
born.
12.
So she's constantly having every single week to look at herself and be like, all right, here's what I could fix. Here's what I could optimize. Here's what I could make better. Here's what I could tweak. And she's done that. She's like taken the steps to improve what she sees every week.
And having a lot of smart people around you that are also successful. Like, there's just no doubt.
And
there's
it's
no
not
argument
up to anybody else to determine what improves somebody or what makes someone better. So if it's up to them and they're going through that and they're doing the steps that it takes to get there, how could somebody motherfuck them? Just because they're not willing to do their own shit in their own life, that's not Kylie's fault.
Right.
Kylie's got shit to do and she's doing it.
Yeah.
So shout out to her.
Shout out to Kylie.
If Travis ever fucks you over, hit me up.
Yeah. Or if you want like a little, well, I'm not little, I'm taller. If you want a taller drink of water, if you want like a little sugar cookie like myself, I'm available too. Anyways, let's do some listener questions.
I agree.
I don't want to do maybe all of these because
pick your favorite.
Go to the bathroom.
Pick your favorite. I'm pretty hungry actually.
Are you? Yeah.
I think In-N-Out's still open. Do you think?
Let's do.
Should I call him?
How about we figure it out after the show and keep moving on? Arizona. I'm trying to say it, J-Dog.
Okay.
Arizona travel spots for listeners not in AZ but want to visit. That's a good question because there's actually quite a bit. First one's Grand Canyon. Second one's Sedona. Great travel spots, complimentary breakfast. at the hotel I'm just fucking with you guys. I'm gonna for sure say Scottsdale. I'm not as much of a nature guy. I like nature, but I've just grown up here, so the nature in Arizona doesn't get my. I don't go 6 to midnight, thinking about the nature here in Arizona, just because I grew up with it, and especially out in Scottsdale, North Scottsdale, you're just right by it. So I can't really pinpoint any specific travel spots nature-wise, except there's just some cool, like Camelback Mountain's dope and stuff like that. But
all in all,
I'd go to Old Town for sure.
Depends on the time of year too, because if it's wintertime, like I love going to hotels during the wintertime because they're always doing Christmassy shit.
Easy on hotels, say resort, because they're not just doing this at a Holiday Inn where they have a whole Christmas get-up thing. You might be able to get hot chocolate in the lobby at these. I just don't want to get the listeners twisted.
All right, but like a lot of these resorts,
you can't just show up to the Motel 6.
We'll do themed nights and stuff where you can go and it's not terribly expensive to just kind of go, maybe bring a date or do something like that and
go romp around.
Yeah, or if it's like the summertime though, you could go ice skating, doing stuff like that.
Ice skating in the summer. That's a winter
Arizona
thing at the holiday places.
But in Arizona, you got to go indoors because
you're saying that?
Like if you're traveling to Arizona in the summertime, you're probably fucked. So you got to go ice skating, really.
Yeah.
Find water. There's a couple water parks you Google.
Well, yeah, and then there's some lakes here too, but they're not as clean, I don't feel like, as some of there's better lakes, but that's if you go more up north. But I personally am a big fan of like the Old Town area because I like the there's a lot of good restaurants.
You just love people too.
I love people. Yeah, I like
if you're
to see
a people person, yeah. I think we're both kind of in that, I guess.
Because like I don't necessarily want to always socialize with people, but I love to see people. And Scottsdale's cool because like everyone's, there's no like everyone just is really put together. Like you're just good looking people of all kinds, and you just get to see all kinds of different people and. You get to see cool cars, which is fun. People are dressed nice most of the time. There's good shopping. There's good eating. There's good drinking. A few Old Town spots that we go to are Bevy, but I don't know how much longer to be going there because the dime piece bartender that my buddy, and then there's a dime piece bartender that Justin's got a friend on Instagram with that everyone I know is gone from there. So I don't know
I've heard that's gone downhill. We just don't get out there a lot. Travel spots. I don't know, man. What else do we got as far as listener questions? Because I don't know why we picked this. We don't do shit ever, and we don't travel. So I'm not sure
the first one is that one's gonna take more time. So all right. God, these are all ones that are going to...
Guilty pleasures takes probably 30 seconds.
Let's do guilty pleasures. Guilty pleasure. Do you have any guilty pleasures?
I do. I'm a huge fan of...
Going number 3 in public. Just kidding.
There it is. It's out.
Zing.
Nope. Not me. I don't do that. But I do like reality... I like reality TV shows, dude. One of my exes and I got into all that sort of stuff. It started... You know where it started for me, and it was just a downhill spiral, was $1 Million Listing. And I thought I was being productive when I started watching it.
That'll get you.
And, I think a lot of people do the same thing with car shows and shit. But I got into the $1 Million Listing thing, and I'm like, dude, I don't even sell real estate. Why the fuck do I think this is productive?
I'm learning shit.
But I mean, I learned a lot, and it's a cool show, but it was a gateway drug into the Kardashians, and now I fucking watch. It's so bad, dude. I watch these shows on MTV, like Are You the One and The Challenge and X on the Beach, which I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind.
We never got picked up for that. Are You the One thing, did we?
No, and the reason
Since we're not there.
The reason was because they don't even have any twins on it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they're looking for a set of twins.
We're not.
No, they
but
haven't done it
They
yet.
might still be looking.
But I'm sure they found a shit ton of twins, dude, because there are
There's a lot of twins out there, but like, dude, we're so much cooler than any twin. I bet.
Yeah, but we would need to have a separate deal. If they're looking for twins and
Actually,
they
I
had
don't know.
twins, then they would go with the twins. But we reached out and we were like, hey, if you guys don't have anybody that
It was
reaches
bold of
out,
us though,
and
because it was like 2 weeks of us doing the podcast.
if you guys don't have anybody, or you need a couple of brothers, we're 18 months apart. We're not twins, but we're about as close as
People
you could
say we
be.
look alike.
They're about as close as we could possibly be.
We just have a height difference, and that's only because he started weight training too young, and I slept more. That's
Yeah,
it.
I was drinking coffee when he was sleeping.
Yep, and he was up.
So
Stunts
stunts of growth, I guess.
So
Guilty pleasures, yeah, dude. That's
guilty
it.
pleasures.
Do you want to do the other one?
The meaning of dreams?
Yeah, do you want to do meaning of dreams right now, or do you want to save that for later? Let's do it now, just real quick, because people are probably excited.
Yeah, the meaning of
about
dreams. Okay, let's just knock it out. We'll be done.
I'll let you say what you think first.
Yeah. Can I actually? Is it okay if I just go after I say mine? Because yours is gonna just confuse the hell out of me. So you could probably just send us off. If I just say mine, I can bounce probably, right? Yeah, good.
Sure.
'Cause yours is just gonna be long. I feel like
Probably.
this question.
Probably.
The meaning of dreams. Shit, this is deep. I mean, fuck me. I didn't even know they had a meaning. I thought they just were kind of there. Meaning of dreams. Well, science is interesting because dreams to me are interesting because I find I have my dreams when right before I'm waking up for the morning. So it's weird timing. So I that happens to me with dreams, and I have weird dreams all the time. They're just super weird. I don't know how they get activated. I know there's something, there's some chemical compound or something like that in your brain that makes you have dreams. I forget what it's called. Neurons. Some neurons are in there or something. I'm gonna let you take over from here, man. I don't know the meaning.
I don't know why you're building it up like I'm gonna have this fucking grand old explanation as to what dreams are. I've remembered.
Yeah, but you're deep though when
maybe-
you know like the meaning of shit.
I don't.
You know
Not-
science.
But not everything. I mean, dreams are one of the things that
You don't
that
get?
I just
Well, I guess I assume you don't
struggle
know.
with because I don't ever have them. I don't remember them. I've remembered like 3 or 4 dreams in my entire life.
I just thought you would know about them. Like I see. I thought you were like I don't get them, but I
fucking
know a lot about them.
I don't fucking know a thing.
Ah.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew. What
you know a
that
lot about
meant.
the brain. You know a good amount about the brain. Decent.
Yeah, but like, there's only so much that is available to know about the brain because it's
True.
it's human studying ourself. It's not like humans are
true.
studying a rat where
Or
we
a
know
computer even.
or that, but we could know everything about a rat or a computer because we're not a rat or a computer. But
Right.
you can't know everything about a human because we are a human. And there's a human gene that we don't understand, and that I don't know. But as far as dreams go, I've remembered 3 or 4 in my entire life, and there was only one that never came true. And I'm actually nervous. I'll just say this. It was when I was a young lad, and I would watch The Lion King. It was my favorite movie growing up. And I would have this reoccurring dream where...
Wait, it was reoccurring?
Yeah, every time I watched the movie.
Oh shit!
Every single time, and it went the exact same way. And I was probably 4 or 5. And what would happen is the scene in Lion King where the dad gets shoved into the stampede, I guess just fucked me up, because what would happen in this dream was my dad would be digging these ditches in our front yard, and the fire truck would come, and there would be these firemen on there that were just
Saying it's not up to code.
it was ego, like there was an ego issue between the two of them. There was the fireman and my dad, and the firemen were saying, this is our job. We're supposed to help with this stuff.
Sucks how realistic it is too, kind of.
And my dad was saying, fuck you, I can do it myself. I'm going to do it myself, because he had to like dig out irrigation or something. And this was actually
How are you
going
5
on.
and thinking of like...
I don't know, dude.
Thinking of dad digging through like irrigation
But because he was doing that. Like
to,
he was digging a giant hole. I didn't know it was irrigation at the time, but now I know that's what it was. But he was actually doing. He had a truck that was digging a hole in our front yard, and the fire truck thing didn't happen.
That.
But anyways, so the fire truck would come and they would have an issue.
To think that the fire department.
Well, thank you. But then, so they come and dad argues with them, and basically the fire department people are pissed off.
Because that's like a real argument.
And they take a battering ram, and then they battering ram him into the hole, which isn't just a small hole like it would have been in real life. This was a magical dream hole that was an eternal hole, and my dad died, and I never got to see him again. You know, and I never got to see him die or anything like that in the dream. He's not dead, obviously, and he's not flourishing. I mean, he is absolutely in the best shape of his life, and he's killing it. But in this dream, he fucking died, and I didn't
probably since the story.
And I didn't get to see him die or anything like that. But I went into my mom's room, and she was just crying, and she just shook her head, and I knew that meant that he was dead. It was never, I guess, said, but that's what I knew in my head. And so then every single time I watched The Lion King, from that point forward, I would have the exact same dream. And then for another 10 years, I never remembered another dream until it was just like a weird freak thing that, again, involved emergency vehicles in front of a neighbor's house. And then, like, it was just a blurb of a scene, and then 2 weeks later it happened.
That's weird.
And then after that,
that's why I think I think it's above our pay grade to define the meaning of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to sit here and fucking guess as to what it means. Because then I had another one.
You have it, and then 2 weeks later, you had that Hawaii thing, right?
And then I had another one, which I've never even been to Hawaii, but I had a dream that we were all on vacation. This was like another 3 years later, without having remembered another dream, where we were all in Hawaii, and we're on vacation, and then all of a sudden we're on the beach, and I was imagining myself like in the very end of the scene of Point Break, and I don't think they were even in Hawaii there, but I just imagined that's what it was like in the dream.
Kind of cloudy, and
it started out real beautiful, but then it got real cloudy, like it was the very end in that storm. Storm was what I saw in my dream. And then like a week later, though, we had family that was living in Hawaii, and they were being evacuated because there was a volcano storm, emergency storm that was erupting.
Yeah.
An issue. So like I don't even have the slightest inclination as to what the fuck any of that could possibly mean, but I know that I wish I could dream more, and I wish I could figure it out, but I have zero control, and I'm really having a hard time actually deciding if I want to see the new Lion King movie, the live action one, because I don't know if I'm going to have the dream again.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And
if that activates, because if you're 3 for 3 on it, I don't like your odds.
It's more than 3 for 3.
Really?
I watched that movie probably,
and every time you get it.
Every time I got it.
Damn. That's a cartoon, so who knows where you're going to be at this next one.
Well, I don't know if I'm even going to watch it, dude, because I don't know if I could deal with it.
Bug's Life was always my movie. I was never into I was a weird kid.
But that's why lions are so relevant to me, and why, like, I don't know. But anyways, dreams, dude, I don't know.
Bug's Life for me, it would explain why I'm so just small and nimble.
Dreams with Radon Randell.
You know what, dude? I had a dream one time.
Hello, caller.
I always have weird dreams like that too, though. Like they're always like somewhat negative. Like we have, he's not really a relative anymore, but
how does that happen?
Well, okay, so our dad's parents are divorced. They remarried. My dad's parents both remarried. So, a step-grandpa? Anyways, I had a dream one time that he just kept pulling a knife on me and my family. And on like us, dude, like on mom and dad and me, and it just kept freaking me out, man. He was just getting wild, man. And like his eyes were nuts, and he just kept pulling a knife out us on him, man. And I couldn't, like, for the longest time, I just like couldn't. I had a hard time standing, you know, like, 'cause I was just like, dude, is he gonna fucking go?
You're weird, dude. You're weird, dude.
And then I had that other one where the guy tried to grab my forearm in the bathroom at a Chicago O'Hare airport, and he kind of had the same haircut as the guy I'm referring to, and not my grandpa, but or step grandpa, whatever he's considered, I don't even know, but yeah, this poor soul that grabbed my wrists in the Chicago O'Hare bathroom when no one was in the airport at 2 a.m. I beat the piss out of him.
Well, I'm sorry
They've all been violent, dude.
I'm sorry I didn't get to ruin you with some knowledge on dreams, but
I thought you were gonna drop something.
Fucking nothing, dude. Got nothing.
I thought you knew a lot about them and were bummed that's why you didn't get dreams, because you had so much knowledge about them.
I'm bummed that I don't get dreams because I know nothing about them, and
you
I feel like
about them. You can't learn about them.
I feel like I have no way to learn.
Damn. I'm sorry to even bring it to that point. Then I wouldn't have done that.
It's all good.
You're just a smart dude, and I give you credit for that, so I apologize.
I know, that's why I wasn't an asshole about it, but I appreciate it. And
that was one of those complimentary chirps.
I know. I appreciate you, and I appreciate...
I appreciate you guys listening.
I appreciate listeners, dude.
Yeah,
I appreciate the aardvarks.
Thanks for tuning in. This is it's Christmas Eve, guys. We don't take breaks. You know this already. If you guys haven't learned,
Gary Z,
if you don't
baby.
know, now you know, dude. Every Monday...
Gary Z.
We're fucking here, guys. Every Monday. We're here.
All right. We got to go. We got church. We got Santa Claus is coming later.
Santa Claus is coming tomorrow. And, hey, by the way, Santa, can we make it Jeff Bezos? Anyways.
Hey, for those of you just tuning in, I'm Jay.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Please write a review. It means the world to us. As a Christmas gift, we would appreciate it. Much love. Merry Christmas.
I'm
Hope
Jay.
you guys had a good one. Happy holiday. Or Happy New Year.
It's officially been socially awkward since Z doesn't want to say who the fuck he is. So I'm Jay, he's Z, and together we're Jay-Z, and this is for sure been socially awkward. Merry Christmas, y'all. Goodbye.
This feeling right now, man, I swear it feel. Yeah.